I can see Bill's gums. He's laughing too. Let's go.
Welcome, everybody. This is Three Fat Truckers. We're your hosts. I'm Bill. Joining me are my fantastic co-host, Dave.
Good morning, gentlemen.
And Steve.
Good day. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Yeah. Going to be another good one. Episode 10, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, I know.
Good Lord.
I had to put it on my wall so I didn't forget.
I think the true hero here is the listener that's made it this far.
I have to put my foot up to go any higher, or we have to start over.
Yeah,
it's out of digits.
It's amazing to me. It'll never be lost on me. The fantastic nature of the fact that not only have we done this, but we've stuck to it. 10 episodes.
You know, it's hard to believe this started from a three-way phone calls and go, man, we ought to just do a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened.
What the hell were we thinking?
Yeah,
I don't know.
and it was just kind of a fun idea at first, or something fun to talk about at first, but then I started podcasting and on the other show that will go nameless. I'll go ahead and give you a hint. Starts with an M and rhymes with Mintcast. And then I started realizing, well, gosh, there is absolutely no barrier to entry. So,
yeah, $85 and a microphone and a set of headphones and a laptop, and I'm in.
Yeah, we're having fun.
Hey, where are we at on the billboard contest?
Contest is still going good. Everybody keep looking. The first one to find the billboard, it will win.
Is this
probably a spam cutter? We're going to go with the spam cutter. So,
yes. Well, I have a question. Is this contest sort of like the high school senior pranks they used to pull, where they would let 3 sheep loose in the school and would spray paint a number on the back of them, 1, 2, and 4?
And whoever found 3 won.
They would look forever and never find 3. So is that what we're playing here, or what?
I like it.
Oh, yeah,
no, the best part about it is,
I'll say right now,
the best part about it is,
first time I heard that,
we got people looking, and we did some reconnaissance this week. I sent Bill out because he called me a liar, and then he goes, "Okay, maybe I was driving with my blinders on."
Did he find your pancake billboard?
I went through Effingham and I found about a dozen effing billboards all through that effing town.
Well, that's like on the other show that talks about the effing house restaurant and effing coffee.
Yeah. That's one heck of an effing town, I tell you.
Yeah, it has a lot of effing billboards too.
The effing Speedway is pretty nice. So's the effing Petro.
Yeah, I like the effing Petro. You know what they got in that effing Petro? They got effing Dunkin' effing donuts in that place.
You know what? Also, they got rid of in the effing Popeyes, the Cajun rice and black beans. They don't.
Oh, that ain't right.
Yeah, they got rid of that. Popeyes dropped the ball.
What the problem is.
Don't you think it's odd that 3 fat guys are talking about food immediately?
Early morning hours.
I'm waiting for my breakfast to be delivered still. So.
I'm waiting to go get mine. So, did you guys have a good week this week?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
You realize this is our weekend, and we're all fathers, and this is Father's Day weekend.
Yes, happy Father's Day to you too.
Well, I get to see my daughter next weekend. She's coming to visit, so one of them.
In fact,
I don't get to see either one of my daughters until the 4th of July. One of them invited me up tomorrow, but some of us are going to.
One of them's down Florida, right?
Actually, she's in Colorado right now.
Oh, getting the medical weed or the legal, or
for some reason climbing up and down my mountains. Decided to go for a hike. Doing a walkabout.
Doing some sightseeing.
Yes. And then still trying to work. So, what curb service? What you get? Your breakfast? He got his breakfast. Bill, this is not right.
Well, I threw it in the oven before we started this morning. Everything cooked, and see if it come out any good. Probably.
Come
Oh,
out
yeah.
good. Come out right.
It's one of them breakfast casseroles where you take.
You're screwing with me now. What are you doing that for?
Yeah,
Bill?
moving our pictures around.
I can see your episode 10 better. Wow. You know what wow means? Whip them out Wednesday.
Oh, is that what it means?
Well, wow means, boys.
Well, now I'm at the bottom.
Yep.
You were at the bottom always.
I don't know.
Oh,
You're making
well,
me dizzy.
I'm at the
Bill.
bottom.
You're making me dizzy.
Now you can shit on me.
No, I
Trying to
feel like
put me at
I
the
feel like
bottom.
the Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Square.
What was the one guy's name?
I know who you're talking about.
the
he
flame
was,
on dude.
He was on Bewitched, his Uncle
Yes,
Arthur.
yes.
Yes. What is his name?
Paul
Everybody's
Lynn-
yelling at the
Paul
screen
Lynn.
right now. Yes.
Paul Lynn.
Loved him. Do you realize
like,
only about
"Shit."
1/3 of the people got that joke? We hear that.
Well, he used to. There was one joke that they always put on there, something about. I can't remember what it was, but his tagline when he says it, because it's chiffon.
What show we talking about?
Hollywood Square.
Squares.
That's
the
the
older
older guy
one.
that always had the thing around his neck.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. He was flame on. He was
Yeah.
He
out
was Uncle
before
Arthur
anybody was
on
out
Bewitched
back in the day. Back
So,
in the 60s, yeah.
that
I
was
like that
too
show.
fun.
They
You
don't have
can-
stuff like that. I mean,
Have
far
you
as like
turned
the
on evening
sitcoms and
TV?
stuff. No, I don't have regular channels. I usually watch everything through one of the
I turned on
services,
regular
whether-
TV and it's all game shows at 8:00 now. I was like, when did game shows take
I
over
found-
prime time?
I found one sitcom. I think it's got 4 seasons, and I started watching it. And it's funny. It's called The X's. Do you
Mhm.
remember the gal that used to be in Third Rock from the Sun, the real tall chick?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she was on the other TV show recently, Mom, with the blonde.
Yep.
And she was like plump, chunked up, dude. I mean, she
Yeah.
put on a lot of weight. Well, now she's back on this other show called X's, and she's a skinny backed like she looked when she was.
Looks like
on
she did
Third
when
Rock.
she's on
Yeah.
Third Rock. Yeah.
But it's a funny sitcom. It's got the one black guy from Scrubs. I can't think of what his
Yeah.
name is. Him, and then the guy that played Newman on Seinfeld. He's in it too.
Well, that sounds like a good cast.
It's on Paramount, but I don't know. I think it's pretty funny. I probably watched about 3 seasons already. So, but well, hey, since it is, we ain't got in the news yet.
Well, it is.
Well,
I'll save that. I'll save what I would say towards after we get done with that stuff.
Come on,
we do
let
have
me
a little
start
bit of
with
news.
let me start with my good Father's Day joke. You know,
There you go. So let's hear one.
should I let her tell it?
What's brown and sticky?
Yeah, what's brown and sticky?
A
A
stick.
stick. Oh, I forgot my drum roll. Bill, you caught me sleeping.
You're not on it, Dave.
No, I'm not on it. Try it again. Hey, Bill, what's brown and sticky?
I don't know, Dave. What?
A stick.
Oh, we're phoning it in now, buddy.
Sounds like he's on a rotary phone.
Oh, well, I am.
I saw a TikTok earlier this week where this young girl was trying to figure out how
How
to
to use
dial a rotary phone.
You
She
stole
was
the
sticking a
buttons
finger
off
in-
here.
Okay. I've got a story about the rotary phones.
Okay.
Let's have it.
And I wasn't there, but this is
Oh, sure.
one retold. Guys that a guy I used to work for, he was a farmer years and years ago, and they would go down to Louisville for just like the truck show, they'd have the farm show. Okay.
Right
and
after the truck show.
And yep. And probably, I don't know, there's probably half a dozen of them all travel together and get a hotel room and, save money, be like 4 of them in the room. Well, they go out and hit the strip bars and get all drunked up after the show every night. And whenever they got back to the room, they just pretty much passed out. Well, the one guy swore while he was sleeping, he thought he was dreaming, that one of the guys got up, walked over to the counter or the nightstand where the phone was, which is a rotary phone, and just started pissing all over it, thinking he was in the bathroom, and then walked back over and got in bed. And the other guy fell back to sleep thinking, Did I dream that? In the morning, he got up, put his finger in the phone, dialed once, and it goes, sprayed piss everywhere from the dial going back. He's like, nope,
Yeah.
I didn't dream it.
I know a guy that did that, stayed over at my house and literally walked over, peed on a plastic plant in the corner, filled it up, and was like, well, okay.
Did it grow better?
It grew better. That Miracle Grow will do wonders.
I can't figure out why
He's eating now.
people
And it's hot.
get drunk. The first thing they want to do is piss on something.
Yeah. You'd think you wouldn't get pissed off that easily, but
God,
come on, these are dad jokes.
God, these are great.
Speaking of, no, before we get into the
be on a
series,
hot wire or something.
Let's do a little funny thing. I got a question for you, Bill. If you scroll down on your show notes, I put a little post on there. Why does Mother's Day get more attention than Father's Day?
Somebody made a list. I can't remember where I heard about this, but Mother's Day is like one of the top 5. Father's Day is like number 20.
Yes, out of 20 holidays, Father's Day is 20th. Mother's Day is 4th. You have Christmas, then you have Thanksgiving.
Halloween.
No, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, we're under Arbor's Day. How did we get under Arbor's Day? Or Flag Day, or we're pretty far down there in the. Well, I even posted a thing here. You want to scroll down and go through a little bit of this real quick before we get into this?
Well, I wish you'd have put it in order.
Well, I didn't know the order we were going to talk about it in.
Okay. Okay. The story reads, why does Mother's Day get more attention than Father's Day? Uh-oh. Did you forget about Father's Day again? You're not alone. Just look at the numbers. Where's the story from, Dave?
This actually come off of, if you'd have looked up above it, CMM blog.
Yeah, I need that below the title.
Well,
we don't just spend more time looking for the perfect gift for mom, but on average, we spend a lot more money on Mother's Day compared to Father's Day. According to the National Retail Federation, Mother's Day spending reached an estimated $25 billion this year. I'm going to need to see some documentation on that.
That's a lot of going out to eat.
While Father's Day spending was only $16 billion. I'm surprised it's $16 billion.
Yeah, well, that's because you're buying the steaks and standing on the grill cooking them for the family.
That's the biggest difference here, I might add, is that first number, 25 billion, was other people's money. That second number, 16 billion, was our money.
Yeah.
So you might say both
Bill,
of these numbers are our money.
It's all our money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by our, okay, let me clear it up for all those. Oh, I stumbled on another misogynistic fucking fat ass truck drivers talking shit. Don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I mean our money in the collective sense.
Right.
You feel me? Okay. Why is it that Father's Day always seems to sneak up on us? Why are we always rushing around in a blind panic, searching for something to bring to Dad for Father's Day brunch? What? Well, we have a few theories as to why dads too often end up with the short end of the stick or another tie. Nobody has ever given me a fucking tie for Father's Day.
You're not the tie guy, are you?
No. Well, I mean, we're anyway.
Hey, well, it's like nice jeans.
I got a pair of whiskey works.
I got a pair of dress pants, and I know I have them because my mom bought them for me. Because if somebody died, I had something nice to wear. So I know I have them.
Hold on. Which mom?
My first mom.
Okay. The second mom won't even give you cookies, so I didn't.
No, I can't get cookies out of her, so she ain't getting.
I still got to get a hold of Steve and have him get me some cookies from her.
Well, she probably hook you up.
That way I can eat them on the show.
What kind of cookies we talking about here?
It doesn't matter. Dave just don't get them.
Well, Dave wants the pineapple ones he was been talking about. Did you ever get any
pineapple?
Yeah, pineapple sugar cookies.
Did you ever get any yet?
Nope.
Do they
Anybody
actually have
listening?
chunks of pineapple in them?
Yep. It's kind of like it's an old recipe, something they used to make a lot in the 50s. They don't make them much anymore, but you take canned pineapple and you make it in a sugar cookie and then bake them. And it's kind of like an upside down pineapple cake, but with them baked in. And you use the juice instead of the water, is what I've seen on the recipe. Now, I could make my own and do a fine job at it, but
Well,
that's
that's some
not the point.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's Father's Day. Somebody get off of the bakery.
Bullshit. BOOWA. Shit. Bullshit.
So
I think I'm going to go to Blondie's later today and get me a $2.99 fucking snickerdoodle.
You're not gonna go to the stand and get you one of them raspberry smoothies?
That's it. No, that's at Zesto's.
Oh, Zestos.
Zesto's
Yeah.
like those. Did
You
you,
know what
ever get
else?
one, Steve?
Yeah.
you know what
You
I
tried
love
them?
at Zesto's? The
Mm.
hot fudge ice cream milkshakes. Oh, those are
Wife
wonderful.
gets those sometimes.
Yes.
I used to go there when I was younger and get root beer shakes. Root beer shakes. That's what we really want when we get a root beer float. We think to
shake?
ourselves, this is great, but it'd be better if it was just all ice cream.
I don't know who was the first person that had their ice cream and spilled their root beer in it and it foamed all up and they got excited, but I'm glad they did it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. These things are either invented by necessity or by accident.
Yes.
And there was probably not a lot of necessity for a root beer float, or at least not at the time. It's one of those things we didn't know we needed until we had it.
Right.
All right, so back on topic. Father's Day versus Mother's Day. Theory number one, it's the marketers. Both for profit and nonprofit organizations alike start their Mother's Day campaigns far earlier than their campaigns for Father's Day. So it's not entirely our fault. We rely on the visual reminders from retailers to prompt us into shopping action. And with so many demands on our attention, it is no wonder that without the Father's Day prompts, we will fail to remember. But on average, when we do remember about good old dad, we still tend to spend more on Mother's Day gifts than on Father's Day gifts. In fact, in the US, we spend on average a hefty $186 on a Mother's Day gift versus $135 on a Father's Day gift. Okay, I got a couple of theories, and I do like this theory because it's true.
It is true.
Because people, I mean, we want to almost deify mothers, and
Well, it
Well,
sounds
to
like
a-
we're lobbying for a good present this
Well,
weekend.
you got to look at holidays here. The first holiday is about God, and then the third, fourth holiday is about your mom. So
Right.
they're kind of in the right priority.
So we do deify. I don't have a problem with that. Nobody should.
And I never found the men's section in Cracker Barrel. Have you guys? There's not a men's section in Cracker Barrel, but you can get every Mother's Day gift there.
Oh, there's toys for kids. I guess you can get us toys. You know, the
There's
slingshot, the cap gun, the rubber band shooter.
I mean, I could get the old tractor farm clock. I guess that would be about the closest I could get for
Well,
me. But
my thing is though, and especially I guess I should just speak for myself, so I will. Buying something for me is next to impossible
yes,
because anything I want,
you get.
I go and I get it, and the things I want are sort of esoteric,
Yes.
because of the things I'm into. But I do like the bottle of whiskey idea. It's just you've got to have a certain person in your life to
But isn't that why the dads get the socks and underwear thing every year? For
yeah, you know
Christmas
what?
and birthdays and-
Don't get me socks and underwear. Don't get me a tie. If you can't get any better than that, then
Well,
just,
I kind of do want the socks and underwear because I've stepped up. I wear
yeah,
$25
but I'm
pairs
particular
of
about
underwear.
the kind of socks and underwear that I
Yeah,
wear, though.
if you're
So
going to buy them, you gotta pay
you got to know
now.
exactly what I wear. That's the problem. I mean, on average, men are going to be more difficult about things like that,
Mhm.
and whereas women, you'll know that there's something they want because they will have talked about it at some point, but they won't buy it because they feel as though buying stuff for themselves is taking away from their family. At least that's how it was with my mom. That's how it is with my wife. So you just kind of have to keep track of the things that she wants and then get them for her. But I think there is some logic in this theory because you do see a lot more marketing going on for.
Put down the theory number 2 there.
All right, let's see what theory. Theory number
Well,
2. We think
I
our
got something
moms.
here. I was gonna show you. Dave was talking about Cracker Barrel. Go ahead. I'm trying to get it
All right.
copied and sent over here, but go ahead.
Theory 2. We think our moms deserve thoughtful gifts. Dr. Lars Perner. Right away, I don't like this person.
Well,
Is a consumer psychologist at the University of Southern California.
that's why.
And in an article featured in the BBC, that's British Broadcasting something company, she explained that for many of us, mothers are identified as being the biggest contributors to home life, therefore worthy of more attention. But, and there's a big fat but in all these.
I like that. That's what caught my eye.
Yeah, this is certainly not the case for every family. And let's not discount all the contributions dad make around the house. I mean, seriously, who else would fix the leaky faucet or at least try to fix the leaky faucet? Side note, actually, moms fix leaky faucets too. Moms can do just about anything.
Yes.
This is not working.
But I have a little question on this, and this is kind of roughly into our world today. But I think part of society's problems today is we've took dad out of a lot of society, and I think it needs to be put back just in family, in kids, in fatherhood, in
That's a complicated problem too because there's a lot of different theories, there's a lot of different opinions, and you're right. I mean, we are not a father-centric society. Some people would probably argue that fathers have taken themselves out
that's true
of the equation. I've got friends who brag that they have an estranged relationship with their children because one of them came out of the closet or something like that. And if you're that kind of person, shame on you. If you have children that you don't talk to, that you don't have anything to do with because they're into something you're not, then you should take a long walk off of a short pier because
either way, that's your kid.
Yeah, that is your kid. That is the walking, talking, symbolic thing to represent your immortality on this earth. This is the one thing that's going to go on after you are gone. And the real reason why you're not talking to your kids is because you're a prick.
It's funny because I was surfing the TV last night. I was on HBO, and a new one come up and said Father of the Bride. Well, I've seen that. There's a new version out. And I basically watched it, and it was about a Hispanic family, one with Cuban, marrying into one Mexican in Miami, and it was a great show and loved it. But it was basically about the old guy wanting to do everything his way, and the daughter finally saying, "Dad, this is my wedding, not yours."
Yes, but who's paying
for
it?
Well, he offered to pay for it, but the groom's dad is mega rich and said, "No, I've got the whole thing," and which offended the other dad. He goes, "No, I'm father of the bride. I pay for this." So we got into everybody worrying about crap instead of celebrating the. And if you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. It actually turns out pretty good. The weather is a disaster. They have to go do it old school. And so it turned out good. But it was a good show to watch last night, and I didn't expect it to be.
Did you get that note?
Yeah, I did. Which Gmail did you send it to?
The one I did last night.
Yeah.
Can you put that picture up?
Yeah, let me find it here.
I couldn't figure out how to do it. You were talking about Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
Well, we went.
As you're eating,
purchased a bunch hungry. Of stuff. Still good.
Yeah.
We purchased a bunch of these. What's in this picture he's going to put up? I guess that's a guy thing. They were statues. that were flag holders or whatever that were look like army men with the full fatigues and helmet and backpack and everything.
Kind of like lawn art.
Sort of. They're probably not quite 4 foot tall.
Metal or cement?
Like plastic polymer.
Oh, okay.
One
Stick 'em
was
in your
fiberglass.
yard.
Yeah, and we put them in cemeteries there, and I poured like, I don't know, 5 different concrete pads to mount all these things on.
Oh,
But there's a picture here. I think
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
But we got these at Cracker Barrel, and I'm like, it's pretty neat. They do got some cool stuff there once in a while.
I'm not getting
Hey.
it, Steve.
You didn't get the picture?
Mm-mm.
Hey, the giant checkerboard to me is the coolest thing at Cracker Board.
We got one of them, but it's a little one out on the porch.
You mean a standard?
It might take a minute for it to come through, Steve. Let's keep going while we're
Yeah.
You're good.
Theory 4. Did we skip over 3?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, yeah.
We don't have to do them all.
Well, this is good. Theory
this
3,
is a good one.
Yeah, Theory 3. Mother's Day was recognized first. Well, that's just a cop-out bullshit. In the U.S., Father's Day wasn't recognized as an official celebratory holiday until almost 60 years after the first Mother's Day. Americans are just, that's a chicken and egg problem, and Americans are just more accustomed to celebrating Mother's Day. But, another big ass but, just because something takes a little longer to catch up does not make it any less important. Surely we should be trying to make up for lost time. Oh, that's right. This is from BBC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surely we should be trying to make up for lost time.
Yes. Go on to the 4th one. Go ahead and rattle
Moving
off a
on.
couple.
Theory 4. Dads are just less interested in gifts. Now, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I think I know where this is going. This theory,
You
but
do you?
I think
there's a
what
big
this
butt
should
in it.
say is people suck at buying gifts for dad. But let's give it a chance. The theory comes from Dr. Lars Perner again. And if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. You no doubt have no idea I exist.
Perner, you got it right. I think it's you nailed it.
So, okay, it goes on to say, she explained.
It's a woman.
It is. Wow. That means I have to change the way I say it. Lars? When's the last time you met a chick named Lars?
Talk like your knickers are up in a bunch.
Oh, this theory comes from Dr. Lars Penner again. She explained that dads are not typically oriented. They generally
if her voice
expect anyone to feel an obligation to buy material items fool them.
If her voice sounds like that, I guarantee she has as much hair on her chin as you do.
But
there's that big ass
and some janky teeth. And
well, hey, don't get sensitive about that.
Easy, kid. Well, this theory might make us feel less guilty about Father's Day, or about forgetting Father's Day, I should say. No one really dislikes receiving a gift from a loved one.
Wrong.
It says bring on theory number 5.
Yes.
I feel like you
put
that.
this in here, or somebody wrote this?
I feel like you wrote that.
I did.
Okay.
Theory 5. Summer retail fatigue is real. Yes.
Just that kind of belief.
Nothing can beat the retail frenzy that happens during the holiday months of November and December. Traditionally, the hottest retail days of the spring summer are Mother's Day, graduation weekends, and Memorial Day, all of which just fall before Father's Day. So I guess the theory here is that people just get burned out from all the shopping they've already done. Oh, shit.
I actually think it's because they're at the lake and they don't care. They're at the pool. They're in the backyard tanning.
Here goes that big ass butt again.
No, I can remember in years past where the Mother's Day was there, their birthday, anniversary, 1, 2, 3, bam, bam, bam. Trying to buy.
Got no money, man.
Oh,
I got no money left, man. All these people got something going on. I got to buy something for somebody.
Got nothing.
Somebody. I got no money left. But can you really ever get burnt out from shopping? Well, yeah.
If you're
And
shopping
even
for yourself, no.
But Amazon proved
Oh
that.
my God, I hate Amazon. I spend so
I
you gotta
can
much.
quit
tell.
drinking when you're on Amazon, dude.
No, I'm like, well, hell yeah, I could use a feather covered boa. Some just oddball shit.
The problem is you can buy everything from a ham sandwich to a submarine on Amazon. And
My problem is I start buying watches.
Free delivery.
They're not real expensive. There's some that are, but I'm like, oh, I like that one. Click, add it to the cart. Add it to the
there's
cart.
only
Add to
one
cart.
watch on this entire earth that I want.
Uh-oh.
It's the Movado tungsten carbide. And
Oh, you haven't looked at some of the ones I've looked at.
I'm just, well, you're probably into those flashy big ass Rolexes.
No. None of them's Rolex. The one that I like, the Citizens, I got a Citizen on, but they have
That's
four or
'cause you
five
don't wanna
different
get deported.
variations of a Blue Angels watch. And it's pretty cool.
I'm not a watch guy. I kind of have a.
Well, I got some cheapos and stuff that
And that's
that's
about
what
all
I wear.
do. I break
So-
them. I probably could wear one now, but I would just tear watches up. I could
How
never
many
wear-
is there, Dave? Oh,
Seven
Okay,
total, but we
goodness.
don't need to do them all.
Well, here, this is what I was going to say earlier. Since it is Father's Day weekend, everybody tell one favorite story of their dad. Whether it was funny, you were in trouble, whatever you one
What
you
sticks
think,
out in your head the most?
yeah, whatever sticks out. And it might not be funny. You might have been in trouble. You might have been fighting with him. You might have
Yeah.
been getting along great.
All
One
I know-
story that sticks out in your head about your dad.
Want me to start?
Sure.
First, I want to
Okay.
show this watch that I want.
Okay.
That
now
is
we're
the-
shopping.
That
This
is
one right
plain.
here.
That's just a plain Jane, Bill.
I know, but I can't explain it. But that
He
is the
likes it.
watch. I have wanted this thing since the late '90s. But it's a
Dave,
$2,500 watch.
Yeah,
it
I'm
looks a little
looking for the
feminine to
price.
me, Dave.
Well, it is, but nothing wrong with Bill bringing out his.
Well,
feminine
no, it's a
side now and
full size men's watch.
then. I got
it's
no
not-
numbers on it. I couldn't use it.
What the old boy? What was it?
How the hell are you going to tell what time it is?
No,
There are no
don't you
numbers
remember-
on there.
You remember old Jerry Clower, the comedian?
Yeah.
When he finally made it, he went in to buy him one of them there Rolexes, and he says they all had that Roman numerals on it. And he says, I asked the guy behind the counter, I said, you got one of them there Rolexes that's got the regular numbers on them? 1, 2, 3, 4. He says, I want a Rolex with a Sears and Roebuck face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of my great stories about my father is at 16 I was a little bit on the cocky side. And
No.
and my mom was complaining, and my mom and dad had separated when I was 15. And my dad was over at the house, and I was always bigger and stronger than my dad. We would wrestle
So
around,
you thought.
and I could pin him to the ground and make him uncle me. We're sitting at a round dining table, the old kind where the bear stools, the seats were like bears barrels, and they were cut out, and it just set pretty low to the ground. And we're sitting there talking one time, and mom is raising hell about me and to my dad, and he's saying, son, you need to straighten up and do this. And I slammed my fist down on the table. I said, this shit sucks. And next thing I know is I'm laying underneath the console stereo behind me, reading the serial numbers on the console stereo.
You got backhanded, didn't you?
Folded
And-
you up like a cheap tent, didn't he?
And I had to get 4 stitches right here above my eye, right here. And I laid there on the ground going, what the hell hit me? I never thought that man sitting down could punch me. The only time he ever hit me, ever. And I teased him about it for a year. But I had to go to the hospital and get forced. My mom was so mad at me. She drove to me emergency room, opened the door, and says, I'll be back in 2 hours.
I got a similar story, although my dad and I were at each other's necks a lot. and Dad and I were in front of the stove going at it, and I don't know if she planned on hitting me too, but she got sick of our shit, and she got up and she reached over on top of the stove. She was reaching for the cast iron. There was always no less than 2 cast iron skillets on top of that stove. She reached over for one, and she was going to kill us, dude. She grabbed and hit Dad upside the head. Except, lucky for him, she missed the skillet and grabbed the loaf of bread that was laying up there, and she hit him upside the head with that loaf of bread. Fucking bread went everywhere. And he just had this stupid look on his face, like, and then bread still flying through the fucking air, you know. And she was mad about that. And then he turns and looks at me and says, "See what you did?" He used to drive me to a rage sometimes. I'm getting a little angry thinking about him now. Yeah.
About you, Steve?
I read somewhere that up until, I don't know, a couple hundred years ago, or I don't know however fucking long we've been here.
A while.
Well, it was the summertime. The reason Christmas is in the winter is because people were not going out doing any shopping during the cold months. They were staying at home. So they had to put more holidays in the winter months to get people to come up off their pocketbook. And so this theory about shopper fatigue, it makes sense, I suppose.
But you also got to look at it as the only people that stayed indoors in the winter times is the northern people. Everybody down south without living life.
Well, my story is going to hit all your topics soon. My dad is one of 8 kids, and every year each kid puts on the family Christmas that we have everybody come to. You know, everybody brings a side dish, you supply meat, whatever. Well, I told my dad, I said, let's just buy a pig on the hoof and we'll butcher it and we'll get 2 big hams. It's cheaper and we'll have extra meat or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh.
So we go with a little 2-horse trailer, and I pick up a hog that's about 260, 280 pounds. My dad is only like 5'7", 5'8", okay, but 355. Big around at the belly, short as far as being tall.
Taller laying down.
Yeah. So, and he was always grumpy. And we get that pig to my house. I get in the trailer and put a rope around its neck that's probably 6 or 8 foot long on the pig. I open the door. I hand my dad the rope. Okay. I said, hey, hold on to him. I said, we'll get him outside the trailer and I'll shoot him in the head and he'll drop. My dad, okay. I said, do you got the rope? Yeah. Open the damn door. You know, being all grumpy. He takes that rope in his hand, wraps it around his arm so he can hold on. I open up that door and the pig steps out. I shoot it once in the head and it took off like a fucking thoroughbred racehorse. It was wrapped around his arm. He went, I bet you, 80 feet across the pasture on his belly being drug. I was laughing so hard. And the thing was, the pig finally flops down and it's bleeding. There's blood everywhere. He's coated. I mean, it was a show.
I could see him opening the gate like a rodeo and the pig shooting out of there.
Oh,
your dad
he
right
was
on his
so pissed off. And I looked at him. I said, who the hell told you to wrap it around your arm?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you told me that story a while back.
Oh, it's funny.
Okay.
Well, or one real quick one. He always used to chew skull. Always had a dip in his mouth, and we did a lot of fishing. And any of his sisters can tell you if you sat in the back seat of him and he spit out the window, it come in and got him. We were fishing one time, and I said, hey, hand me some worms. He reaches in his lip and pulls out a couple night crawlers that he had packed in with his skull to give you. And I'm like,
What's up with that?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's Father's
Yeah.
Day story.
Yeah.
We're still here. They didn't kill us.
So since we're off of beating guys up, hey Bill, why don't we get to our news story? That'll kind of fit in nice right
Well,
now.
we ain't done with the theories yet.
Yeah, we've done enough.
Okay.
And
Well,
that's back
what do you
at the
want to
top,
start
Bill.
with? You got
The
you got
one,
news
the one
all
right up
over.
there on top. Let's start off first with alcohol, and then we'll go right into showers.
Okay. Florida man on lawnmower hits cop car, gets arrested for DUI. Where's this from?
Haines City. I know where that's at. My mom
Okay,
used to live in
Florida,
that
Florida
area.
Daily. Okay. Let me show you how this works, guys. Take this, select, cut, go down here, make space. Gosh dang it. And then paste. Bam. Just like that. Okay. From Florida Daily. A Haines City man was arrested and charged with, yeah. I'm just fucking saying, you know.
I didn't know it, Bill.
I put it up there nice and clean first off, and I see how he wants to read it now. So,
Yes,
all
I
right,
need to
I've been
say that.
schooled again.
We've got to have some order in this chaos, Dave.
I
Yeah,
can tell.
fuck's sake, Dave.
What were you thinking?
I didn't shave today.
Yeah. A Haines
Little
City man was
manscaping?
arrested and charged with driving under the influence after he allegedly crashed his lawnmower into a police cruiser. According to Haines City Police Department, Polk County prison records, and a report in the Lakeland Ledger, Gary Wayne Anderson was charged with driving under the influence and refusing to submit to a DUI test on May 5th. Good play, by the way. The crash occurred around 7 p.m. outside Rodriguez Fashion on US 17 and 92 North. The Haines City Police Department told News Channel 8, WFLA, that an officer was inside when he heard a loud noise come from outside. You know what? I got to fix this. Bam.
You know, I'm trying
Come on,
to.
OCD. Just roll.
I'm trying to figure
There
out.
we go again. Whenever somebody wants something done properly, they're OCD. The officer involved claims he
Occupational change division.
the officer involved claims he spotted Anderson on a lawnmower with an attached trailer. The officer also noted there was minor damage to the back bumper of his police car.
We shouldn't park in the yard when he's trying to mow.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
According to WFLA, Anderson admitted he was drunk and hit the cruiser, but claimed he didn't cause any damage. Officers claim Anderson couldn't complete field sobriety tests and noted that his demeanor ranged from laughing to aggressive. That bastard.
Isn't that just being normal?
Anderson was taken to Heart of Florida Regional Medical Center, where he provided a breathalyzer sample. According to police, his blood alcohol content was 0.241. That's how you mow grass.
3 times the legal limit.
I didn't know there was a legal limit for lawnmowers.
I think he pulled up to the gas station and said, a little for the mower, a little for me.
I mean, my God, they didn't say you had to be sober to cut your grass.
He might be pouring pure ethanol in there out of like what's it called?
Hey, I just took a shot of
Everclear.
Yeah.
It's probably cheaper than the gas.
Who the hell's backing up?
Not here.
That ain't me.
You hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Look out. He's backing up. Aisle 6.
That's got to be you, Dave.
Oh.
Who do you get? Are you at the yard?
Yeah.
Officers.
Are they delivering a roll off or what?
Oh, wow. It gets better. Officer said Anderson also had cocaine in his system.
Oh,
Wouldn't those two
hey.
things cancel each other out? I mean,
Well,
I'm no
yeah.
drug expert.
Speeds you up
Dave's
and
our
slow you down.
Maybe he was trying to
pharmacology
hit that
consultant.
perfect mellow in between, Bill.
He was
Mine
trying
was
to hit that
in the
sweet
80s.
spot.
I don't remember a lot about my drug experiences.
Okay.
So
We're going to leave that one alone because it would take us off topic for the rest of the show.
I have enough
Officers-
troubles.
Did you read the last paragraph on that?
Well, he's getting
Well, I'm
ready
not
to.
there
I didn't
yet.
finish yet.
Oh my God.
Anderson accused the police of putting the cocaine in his system while directing profane language and racial slurs at the officer, police say. Haines City Police Chief Jim Alensky, I apologize again, told WFLA he was proud of his officer's behavior throughout the incident and shared his quote on the department's official Facebook page. According to
What?
court
I
records,
still don't
Anderson's
know.
driver's license has been suspended since March
March
1978.
78.
He also has 2 prior DUI convictions. You know what? Let's share a picture of this guy's face, shall we?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
my thinking is there is no reason why any police department needs a Facebook page.
Well, that's true.
There you go. This guy looks pissed off just for being alive.
Drunk, coked up, trying to mow the yard and throwing out the racial slurs. Yep.
I bet that guy is a rather.
I bet he's fun to party with.
I don't know. He's probably the kind of guy you'd take to a strip club and he'd fall in love with the girls. You know the kind of guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere with him because he's always fucking stupid. Oh,
Stroll all the way down there too. Let's watch this and let's get through this news. And then I got a little story for you boys.
well, we're gonna have only a few more jumping all around like this now.
Well,
Let's watch what the video on.
watch this trucker's life. Is this what trucker's life has come to?
Oh, the one I give you.
Yes. The one you worked on already this morning. Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we got a special treat for anybody that's listening to us in the audio only version.
This portion won't relate as well to you.
Well, I
We'll
invite you.
explain it.
Come to our page. You can watch
Come
it.
to our YouTube page and watch the video. And while you're there, like and subscribe, please.
Yep.
Because we all want to get rich on YouTube. But anyway, I got a quick
And we
video
want to make
for
fun of
you.
this guy in the video.
This guy is just fantastic.
Well,
This is
Disclaimer:
a-
not all truck drivers are like this gentleman. Some
no,
of
but
them
we
are-
really wish more of them were.
That would definitely make my day much better to
makes
watch.
our
I gotta
reputation a
tell
lot
you.
better, doesn't it, with the public?
So for those of you that are not truckers, our fuel islands have buckets with big, like 6-foot long handles that we can wash our
Squeegees.
windshield with, and in that bucket is usually like a witch's
washer
brew
fluid.
of window solvent and water, I suppose. And you can, while you're fueling, you can wash your windows. But this guy has well, he's got it figured out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, some of them have the little hose right there too. where
Yeah,
you can
that's
turn the fresh water on.
Where it
too.
says it ain't fresh, it says non-potable on all of them.
non-potable. Yeah,
Is it potable or potable?
I think
I
it's
say
potable.
You say
Okay.
potato, I say potato. You know, whatever.
Yeah. He's from down
So
south.
anyway,
What do you
this guy's got it figured out, and let's
Hurt me or-
see if we can pick out what this guy's got going on here.
Well,
He's got a
He-
rag.
oh yeah.
I thought he had
just-
the squeegee.
He just reached down there and he's washing his legs, and
That's
he's
out of love,
rinsing the
Stu.
water out, and
Yep,
he's
it
washing his other legs, and now he started out. He's rinsing the towel out. Right. Oh,
Yep.
now he's washing his nuts.
Oh, he's
Little ball
freshening
you
up
go.
the downtown.
That was off.
No,
the
that was a
I
TikTok
guess.
video, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's do it
I wish
again,
they'd have
shall
had a
we?
little longer video. That's
Oh, now we're gonna get a little ass cleaning. Man, you do your ass last. You don't want to put that on the rest of you after you've done your ass.
This is a guy that cares about personal hygiene.
That's
He
true.
really
Exactly.
does.
With non-potable water. And
I was waiting for him to take a little Def or something and rub it on him for to smell good.
Right? That way it smells like
Little
moose
cologne,
piss.
little trucker cologne, little Def.
little trucker cologne.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you guys some a little Dave's world. I'm
I forgot already.
yeah, I know it. This is a little story where I kind of had a little mishap and not paying attention to what I'm doing, which doesn't surprise nobody. But
Whoa, not paying attention.
yes, not
Me
quite
and
paying
Bill were
attention.
just talking about you the other day, thinking, what are we going to do when you actually do lose it? And I told him, like you always say, you can hide your own Easter eggs. So
That's right. I hide my own Easter egg. So
You know what the good thing about losing your memory like that is, right? You get to meet new people every day.
every day they're all new. Yeah.
nice to
You look
meet you.
familiar?
Nice to
What's
meet
your
you.
name? Yeah. So I'm venturing off to do a deed. And if most of you know, I'm a YouTube watcher. I like watching a lot of channels and stuff. And I run across this one channel that I've watched for a few years now. Very good channel. It's a farming channel. And they're running into a problem and ask a question of how to solve a gas can problem. And you could go out and you can buy all these new gas cans now, and they got more safety regulations on them than you can't
Spring
pour
loaded and
them. You
everything.
can't. You got to
Yeah.
hold it a certain way.
Yeah, I've got one like that.
Yeah, one that's full, you can't hold it up long enough and squeeze it. They're just a living nightmare. Well, the the person asked if there's anything out there, and people sent all kinds of different funnels you can buy, and
Remedies, yeah.
and remedies you could do. And I remember back in the day when I was in racing, we had a special gas can for racing, and I own those now, and I use them in my garage because when I started mowing the church, I had the same problem. So I thought, what the heck? I went online, I got on the old fabulous Amazon, and I purchased one. Didn't cost a lot of money, fairly cheap. I purchased one, and I'm bringing it home here, and it's all boxed up and everything, and I peel the stickers off of it, and I'm going to send it to their P.O. box number. So I get in the truck, and I go over to the post office and get off work Wednesday, and walk up there and tell the lady I want to ship this box. It weighs 8 pounds. It don't weigh nothing, She weighs it up and she goes, the size is kind of big. We're gonna have to charge you for it. And so I go ahead and have her weigh it all up and everything. And she goes, it's gonna be $60 to send this. And I'm like, ooh, that's a little on the high side, but I'm like, you know what? It's a good deed. It's a good deed. Just hook somebody up. It's something good. So I go ahead and she hands me the slip, and I fill the slip out. I hand it all back to her. I said, now check this out, make sure it's right. Sticks it on the box. I buy a card, fill out the information in the card. She sticks it on the box. She weighs it up. I give her $60.48 because I guess the card was 48. I don't know. And I throw it in the mail, and out the door I go. Well, that was Wednesday this week on my way home. So I get home yesterday morning. I'm outside cleaning. I'm doing a great job yesterday morning, getting a lot of stuff down in the yard. The mailman stops, gets out, pulls that box out, carries it up to my door.
Can I jump in?
Now,
I already know what's
just wait.
No,
Just
go ahead.
wait. Okay.
It'd be much funnier for me jumping in. But go ahead. No, go. I already know what's going to happen here.
So I
Bill's not paying attention.
I go, what are you doing? She goes, well, I'm delivering this package. I go, no. It goes to the other address on there. And she goes, no, it says right here. And she holds it up and shows me. And the top address says from, and the bottom address says to. And I wrote it out. And what I made the mistake is where I should have listen, and I should have said, well, I refuse it, send it back. That's what I should have did. I don't want it. Then it would have made the right destination. But I am furious because it's
going to cost you $120 now, isn't it?
I spent $60 to have that thing shipped from the post office, which is a half a mile from my house, to my house. Well, now I'm fit to be tied. And I throw it in the
I would
truck.
go back to the post office and find the
Let me
person
finish.
that did it.
I walked in the post office and the lady standing there goes, "You sending another one?" And I go, "No, this is the one you just sent me. This is the same one." "What do you mean the same one?" And I throw it up on the counter and she looks at it. She goes, "Well, you wrote the return address as your address." And I go, "Oh, just change it and let's send it." And she goes, "I don't know if we can." So she goes, "Let me talk to the postmaster."
For $60, they better.
She come walking out and goes, "Sir, it'll be another $60. It's already went through the system." And I'm in the middle of filling the card out to send it again. And I look at her and I go, "There ain't no way." I threw the card at her. I said probably something I shouldn't have, and I walked out the door. So if you know where we live, right up the street is UPS and the FedEx. Okay. I go up to UPS. I walk in the door. I said, "I will pay you $100. I will never let them ship it again." And I walk up there and the guy goes, "I need a street address. I can't do a P.O. box. Cannot do P.O. boxes on FedEx." He says, "If you know the street address, if the post office, I can do it, but can't do it. You cannot send FedEx or UPS on a P.O. box. It has to have a street address."
For obvious reasons.
Yes, because the P.O. boxes for them to go pick it up at the post office. Yeah. So I get in the truck. I rip the stickers off. I'm like, "Well, Dave, you just bought another gas can. Enjoy." So I drive to my addition, coming in, my neighbor standing outside. I stop and talk to him and I tell him this story. And he's like, "Dave, you're in business. You know what it's like. Just go pay." He says, "It's a good deal. Go pay the $60." I said, "I'm not putting $120 investing in it. This was just a good thing. And I'm not doing it." He goes, "You screwed up. You put the addresses in the
Well,
wrong
you think the
spot."
lady at the post office would have checked stuff.
Yes, but
Yeah.
and then finally I stood there and he offered me a beer and we stood there and talked for like an hour and I
And he
calmed
got you
down.
drunk up and talked you back into tipping it, didn't he?
Well, he works for another friend of ours that has a t-shirt shop, which is I ordered some hats, guys. They'll be coming there pretty soon. But so he's the guy that does, and the guy showed up that owns the t-shirt thing because they were having a get together that night. And of course, Steve tells him the story that I'm an idiot, and they're all laughing at me. And he goes, "Well, we ship all the time." He goes, "Do you got the tag of what it weighs and everything?" And I said, "Yeah." And I walked over the truck and pulled it apart, and it said 29 pounds. And he picked it. He goes, "Oh, well, first thing is they're screwing you. This thing weighs like 8 pounds. Why are they charging you 29 pounds? Unless it has to do with the size." Right.
Yeah.
He goes, "Go home, write another letter, tape it to the box, bring it down here. I will take it to work. We have a postal. I can send this for 1/3 because of what we have set up."
Mhm.
So, and he says, I said, "Well, then bring me the bill." So
For
I give it
$20.
to him. And he sent it off. So hopefully they get it now, but I
Now,
was
is this the one
furious.
you was telling me you
Guys.
put our business card and stuff in?
Well, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. So, but so that was my pay attention what you're doing if you're mailing stuff, even if it is a good gesture.
Hey, my question is, how do you get out to California and back with no problems? Or do you have them and just not tell us?
I'm just wonderful on the directions. You can drop me in the middle of a desert, and I can tell you which way north, south, east, and west.
Siri.
Siri don't know shit. If you got Siri on your phone,
No, I don't have
you're more
iPhone.
lost than anything. But so I expensive lesson, but my neighbor said, "Dave, it's still a good cause. It's worth it." He says,
As
you
soon
can
as you
afford
started
it.
saying, guess what? I'm like, he sent it to himself. I already knew
did.
it.
I spent
I
60
knew it.
bucks to mail it a half a mile down the road back to my house.
See, Dave is a good example of somebody that needs,
Pre-Alzheimer's.
No,
well,
tries flying through life.
he needs a full-time 24-hour secretary to
Secretary.
handle all the detail-oriented things
Well,
where
he's
he's
got a
actually,
roommate there. You think he'd should have her help a little?
because Dave's one of them kind of people that'll rush through things that probably ought not be rushed through.
Well,
And
I know I'm disappointed right now because he hasn't screwed with the microphone or the camera or computer
well,
or
you shut
nothing
your
today.
filthy little mouth.
Because you know
Yeah.
Bill loves it when you do that, Dave.
Oh, I know it. I know it.
He was already on when I think he must have been on at 7:00.
I got on at 6:30 this morning. Just to make
Well,
sure it's right.
I
I'm
was
not gonna
on.
listen to Bill's shit this time.
I was on, but I didn't join or start the thing because I was still getting everything where I needed on the wall and stuff.
Yeah, I like my on Dave.
I thought it was funny.
I think it's funny. So, people, slow down in life. Take the time. Read the directions. I know it's Father's Day. We're not big on directions, but sometimes you need to just stop.
You open
and
a
read
box,
the
you throw them things away.
I know, but
No, you have no idea how much crap I've been putting together, and I've been reading directions to make sure
just,
because I don't have no extra screws or bolts or something.
oh, I always have a nut or two loose.
Oh,
And
so
he has extra screws when he works on
And
something.
extra ones too.
So did that guy at the fuel island washing them.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a minute here to do some quick admin. If you like our show, hit like and subscribe. We also have an audio-only podcast. Just do a search in
We're
whatever
everywhere.
podcast player. Yeah. Our website is 3ftpodcast.org. You can email the show at show@3ftpodcast.org. We're also on all of the socials out there, from Facebook to Twitter to, we've got a Discord channel. We've got a Telegram page, our Telegram channel, but as of right now, there's a grand total of 1 member
Woo.
of that, and that's me.
Did
But
you
I
get
keep,
any emails this week at all?
not this week. I don't know. Maybe that's just not the best
I don't know,
way
but
to.
your Facebook page is doing pretty good. I noticed
Facebook
lots
is
of
probably where
comments,
it's
lots
at.
of people posting stuff on there, liking that. Keep it up.
Well,
Keep
I
it up.
did. We got us that TikTok. Like I said, I put out a thing for the show for today, and we had like 600 or 700 people.
Yeah, well, there is
see
a
it,
TikTok.
so.
Yeah.
But again, like and subscribe, and go ahead and subscribe to our audio only as well, and you will automatically get episodes at 3 p.m. on Sunday.
By the
Also, we're available on Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm not sure if we're on Pandora or not. They had kind of a wonky way of getting set up.
Yeah.
Google
iHeart,
Podcasts and
Google,
Apple Podcasts.
Apple, yeah.
But even if you're not a person that watches the YouTube very much, go ahead and go on there and hit the like and subscribe anyway, and it just kind of helps us out. So anyway,
Gets more people to see the show. Get it out
Yep.
there a little better for us.
And we're still pumping out stickers and cards and here and
yeah,
there.
and you know what? If you
gas
run
station.
across our sticker somewhere,
Let us know where you found it.
where
Yeah.
you found it, maybe snap off a picture and share it on the Facebook or whatever.
Yep.
Or
Whatever
you
your
see
preferred
cards at a
social
fuel
is.
desk or something, or if you're at any blue beacons. I've seemed to hit a lot of blue beacons here lately. So And-
Dave, you mean restaurants?
restaurant, no, truck horses. I drop them down in the little as you're standing there. Most
Well, I
men
told
know
you
this.
up there in
Yeah.
Fort Wayne, I gave that waitress one of the cards with the bill back.
Yeah. Well, since we're congratulating everybody, since the big truck show was last week, why don't you go ahead and throw out a voice here for Teresa DeSantis on there, Bill?
What have we got going on?
Teresa DeSantis won the
won.
she won the top spot
of
in the
show.
Super Rig. this week since we can on
That's a big old trophy too, boy.
yeah,
You're
that
gonna have to
is.
put a table of contents in this.
She won, and she won
I told you,
$10,000.
you give me a day off, you're gonna get too much.
All
That's
right,
why.
Teresa DeSantis, 1985 Peterbilt 359 takes top spot at Super Rigs, and this is from Trucker News. Dateline June 14th, 2022. I'll go ahead and share the picture here. Again, it's not going to mean much for people that are consuming this in the audio only, but if you're watching the YouTube, there's a picture of her and that gorgeous
Yeah,
ride behind her.
85. God, what was you doing in 85? Cocaine.
Watching Top Gun.
What was I doing in '85?
Playing
Anybody
with
I
my
could.
pee-pee.
Anybody you could, whatever
Which is
helps.
normally
Bill.
my right hand, but let's move on.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Teresa DeSantis, again, I apologize, of Apache Junction, Arizona, captured Best of Show honors with her 1985 Peterbilt 359 with a 2016 East trailer at the 40th anniversary Shell Rotella Super Rigs competition held June 9th through the 11th at Branson Landing in Branson, Missouri. She won $10,000 from Shell Rotella. DeSantis also captured Steve Sturgis Best Theme Award for her The Witches Inn theme. She previously won Best of Show in 2019. And here's a picture of some fireworks. I'll go ahead and share
It's
that.
all lit up.
Yeah.
That's a good looking picture right there.
Yeah, that's a fine looking. You got to know somebody's going to use that as a background or something.
You know, that may work out pretty good. I'll put that on my phone.
Yeah. Additional winners. Additional winners included Todd Grebel from Somerset, PA, in the tractor trailer division for his 2012 Peterbilt 389. Caleb Hammett of Dodge City, Texas, in the tractor division with a 2019 Peterbilt 389. David Foster from Joplin, Missouri, won the classic division with his 2005 Kenworth W900L. Finally, Daniel and Phyllis Snow of Harrison, Arkansas, won the People's Choice Award for their 1996 Freightliner Classic XL. This winner was selected virtually with voting taking place online.
I get, for some reason now, since I look up so much trucking news, every month I get a list of, there's a lot of truck shows out there. And then some of these are better than other ones. So I thought, let's throw it on there, talk about it a little bit. Nothing good like a good old fashioned truck show to walk around and seeing guys still do that. I think our work has even entered a few truck shows. Yours truck Steve was in a couple, wasn't it?
No, they had it at the Coliseum up there for
yours was up there.
The machinery show.
Yes.
Yeah, the machinery shows with the low boy and stuff on it.
I thought it was down in
business.
I thought it was down in down in Bluffton for a truck show or.
No, they took it down there. They down in Bluffton, Indiana. They do a thing for the kids down there in a parking lot called Touch a Truck.
Oh,
and
okay.
The fire department will have trucks out. There'll be semis and dump trucks. But
I touched mine last night.
Easy, Beaver. But they'll do what they call touch a truck. They get the kids to climb up the steps, sit in the seat, honk the horn,
Oh yeah.
See it up close. So, and I think they took it down. It was taken down there for that one time when it was brand new. So,
yeah. I thought I remember at some point too, back when Herb was driving it, or excuse me, Joe was driving it, that they were getting it polished up. They were going to take it down to Louisville. That I could be wrong about
that didn't happen. They had the one that they had it all polished up when they first built it. That went to the Coliseum. So,
but we no longer have that truck. to the best of my
I
knowledge.
wonder where.
It's
I
not
wonder
sitting
who
on the
ended up
FedEx
buying.
row anymore, is it?
I know where the first one went. It's
Yeah, I know
in
where that one went.
It's in
I know
Cincinnati
where
or
there's.
Cleveland. I
I
see
know
it.
where there's one that's wrecked that they could probably use a new one.
Yes. Why didn't we put
Oh
that in
yeah,
the
I
news?
just dawned on me. Yeah,
Yeah, set your
Yeah.
brakes, fellas. Set your brakes. Always be
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
Safety
So in the
first.
lesson of the day, and we're not going to call people out on this show, but at one of
Okay.
our
All right.
regular
Before you
customers,
go, have we all jumped out and not set a brake once or twice?
Oh yeah,
I have.
on roll off all the time.
Yeah.
Roll off trailer, because your
Yeah,
truck's got to
But
roll
but-
anyway.
an
It's gotta move.
experienced guy
Couple
would have
of
dropped the trailer right back down.
not when I'm facing downhill.
Loaded.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had an incident at one
No,
of our regular
we didn't.
They
Another
did.
company had.
Yeah, a very collective we, meaning we as in a fellow
Truck
driver,
drivers. Okay.
Yeah.
just not a real bright one. Well, okay, I'll pay him the
Nah,
compliment.
nah,
of saying
I
that
heard he was
got
a youngin'.
injured. He probably had people waiting to get on the scale behind him. This
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
Under
sure.
pressure
he starts to drive off the scale and high centers it
on a drop deck.
on a drop deck because it's
Low
like
boy,
an
low boy.
immediate, yeah, not a drop deck, a low boy.
Because you're only
Correct.
3 inches off the ground anyway.
Yeah, and gets out without setting his brakes. He gets out and does some adjustment to add air or move something.
Raised it up.
Raised it up, and which released it from its earthly
Touching the
bounds,
ground.
and it started rolling forward directly into a railroad.
He had to
track.
freeze because you know as well as I do.
Oh yeah, he
Panicked.
panicked. Yes.
That is a nightmare scenario. Is
Yeah, because you're
getting-
standing
how
by
many
the
times have you
tires.
went back
How
and got
many
in bed?
times? How many
and
times
then-
have you had to run and catch your truck?
Well, I've done it once or twice.
Oh, so have I.
But why didn't he just drop it back to the ground? You drop the trailer right back to the ground. You know
That's
what I'm
easy
talking about,
thinking.
Steve?
Hindsight's 2020,
I
Dave. That's
know.
easy thinking now when it's
I
already
bet he
over.
was asking
with.
himself the same question.
And as it rolls down across the parking lot between
They-
two cement barriers, through a little ditch and a fence. And
They
then
were
the side
lucky
of a
there was
train
no
car.
trucks down there. Also,
Yeah, I know it.
I mean, how
Yeah,
many times have we been on the road and we get parked and we get back there and it get back there all snuggled up in bed, and then you start freaking out that you didn't pull your brakes, and you
Yeah.
jump up and you go and make sure, and they're always pulled. But
What's worse is
when you lay into
sitting-
bed and you feel it move, and you're like, "Is it?" moving?
yeah,
somebody just back into me again.
They
God.
all get that feeling.
I
Or-
still
or
remember.
you're
Now
laying there-
I was about 22 years old when I first started OTR driving outside of the Army, and I remember nightmares every night of the truck moving, and I would jump up and pull the curtains open, and there I am sitting in a parking space in some damn truck stop. I think it was about a year and a half before I started getting sleep at night.
I remember you pull your brakes if you had like a spread axle. All of a sudden, you'd be in the bunk for an hour, and all of a sudden, the whole truck would just shove forward.
Oh yeah,
Air leak
The air
off.
finally bled off, and it pushed, and you're like you jump up, somebody hit me.
What's
Yeah.
even better
You know?
is sitting there doing your paperwork. You backed in, you set your brakes, you're doing your paperwork, and the guy next to you leaves, and you stand
Feel
on
like
the brake
you're
pedal and like, oh, I'm rolling.
Or you're
These are
backing
all
up, and they
very
pull out at the
common
same time.
scenarios. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Well, guys, we're probably gonna have to wrap this show up here.
yeah, we're at an hour and 13 minutes, fellas.
Yeah, we had a
Hey,
good show today.
Episode number 10.
We got through
10.
10 of these. You believe that?
Wow.
You know what,
Can't believe
kids?
it.
We have nobody to thank but you. That was a terrible way of saying that. We
We have everybody to thank.
have everybody to
guys.
thank, and it cannot be overstated how much we appreciate everybody's that takes
Love
part
and
in this.
support.
Love and
and
support. We've had
following us.
nothing but love and support.
Yeah.
Look at that. I
Nobody-
even had more show notes than we had show today. Just because
Yeah.
I wanted to be prepared.
Well, that's
We-
out in the fruit
we
and
would-
nut state. We don't.
I
care.
know it, but it was
We was
Hey,
never
it's
going to
topics.
finish everything.
it's
I know.
topics.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
Well,
I
see
really-
if I can find
I really-
somebody else taking a bath at the Fuel Island next time. I don't know.
Yeah, the next time you see somebody bathing at the fuel island, get a picture.
Yeah,
I wanna
get a
say
picture.
he
Send us the video.
Oh gosh, a longer
And-
one.
And
in
keep
fact.
looking for that. Keep looking for that billboard. It'll get there.
Yeah, as soon as we find one, we really do. We would like to get a billboard,
Down in
and-
Tijuana, Mexico.
but it's gonna be.
$12.95 a week. We good.
I gotta figure the best places would be either Effingham, West Memphis. I
Well,
don't
we
know,
want
what's-
someplace cheap but popularity traffic.
Probably
Yeah.
Effingham.
Yeah, I can go to Chicago. I can go to Memphis.
When you're
I can go
going
to
through West
Nashville.
Memphis, you're watching the road. You ain't watching the damn sign.
That's because the road's
'Cause
a
it's
little
so
rough
rough,
there.
the scales there.
The
all
only
the
reason
videos,
I say places like that is
everything.
because it's places with high
Truck
traffic volume,
Traffic, yes.
and you have more than one interstate
Yeah.
piggybacking through the area, which would probably make it a more expensive billboard, but that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's wrap it up, guys. Again, hit like and subscribe. Give us a shout. Show at 3ftpodcast.org or hit us up on any of the socials. We'll be back in a fortnight. We thank everybody for making it this far. We thank everybody for getting us this far. Anyway, that's all I've got. Until we meet again, I've been Bill.
And this is Dave.
This is Steve. Thanks for stopping by and have a wonderful week.
Have a good one, folks.